All right, there we are. All righty, share. All right, guys. This video is to basically show you how to navigate around in Canvas, just so you know where everything's at. So let's get started. You should see my screen in front of you. So in Canvas, we're going to go to our course. So your course, depending on what course you have, statistics. When you log in to your course, it should look something like this. This is the teacher version. So let me show you what you guys would see. Okay. So that's what we have. Let me close these up and give you the big picture here. All right. So let's start over on the left here. Wish I could close all these. Okay. All right, over on the left here, right here, this is called the course navigation panel. And right now you can see that bar right there is indicating that we're on the home page. Okay, this is actually where Canvas logs you in or takes you to right when you log into the course. So you'll be on the home page. The nice thing about the home page is it contains pretty much all the information you need. You're going to have the most recent announcements at the top. You're going to have our modules to get through. The Getting Started module, this is the stuff you want to do before you start doing your work. We also have some resources there. You won't really need these unless you need to go back and review past due assignments or you need to look at the e-text, but it's all built into the course, so you don't really need that either. Here's our content for the course. You can see every section is kind of broken up into 3 parts. So for this first section entitled Introduction to the Study of Statistics, you have an interactive assignment. You have the guided notebook to submit using your mobile device. And you also have a set of MyLab problems to do. And then you can see that there's a discussion, and there's only one discussion per week. All right, so yeah, these are called modules. So we're going to kind of just work through those. And you can see that next to each name for the assignment, you'll see a due date. That says June 17th. So that would be the first day of class on Monday. So you can see it looks like we're roughly going through about 1 section per day. And those are the due dates. You're going to want to keep up with those, but if you get a little behind, it's okay. You do have that extension until Sunday, but again, you got to be really careful with that extension because there's no guarantees after it's due. MyLab might go down. You might have some emergency. You know, anything can happen. So a computer might get stolen. That's happened before. But there's no additional extensions beyond the Sunday extension. So I would, if you don't get this, let's say done on Monday, get it done on Tuesday, and you're gonna have to double up. You don't want to wait until Sunday because then you're backed into a corner. All right. Okay, so what else can I show you here? At the top, we have our most recent announcements. I've only posted one so far, but I think it'll show the most recent 3 announcements. So if you want to see the rest of the announcements, all the ones I've posted since the beginning of class, you would just go to the course navigation panel and click announcements, and you'll see a list of all the previous announcements. You can click on it to read them. You got to make sure to read these announcements too. Sometimes they're pretty important, and you're responsible for reading those within 24 hours of when I post them. So now, one way to do that would be to just log in every day and check for announcements. We do have this option over here, though. There is an option to set up notifications for yourself. If, for example, I send you an announcement, and what'll happen is you'll get an email, and then you can also set it up to get a push notification to your cell phone. It's like a ding or a little message that pops up. So you can do this in each of your courses. It's pretty neat. So you just go in here, and this doesn't work for my student view, but it will work for yours. You're going to go to course notifications, and you can see there's some settings. There's one for email and one for push notifications for all your devices. So basically what I would do is make sure to turn these both on for the announcements. Okay, make sure they're green, notify immediately. You can set up, these other things if you want to turn on other things, that's fine. It can get kind of annoying getting a bunch of announcements all the time. So I would just probably stick with either just the announcements and then maybe Uh, course content, maybe you don't really need, let's see, maybe late grading, maybe turn that one on. And maybe submission comments, you might want to turn that on. But other than that, I don't think you're going to need too much, but I would turn them on. Okay, what else? So let's keep going down this course navigation panel. Below that is a tab that says grades. This is where you can check your grade at any point during the semester. So um, the MyLab program that we use, which is basically integrated into Canvas, will send the grades to Canvas, and it does take up to, like 24 hours or so for the grades to sync. So if it doesn't sync right away, if you look in Canvas and you look at your grade and you just finished MyLab, don't worry, just give it a day. If it still doesn't show up, send me an email. It means there's probably a little glitch, and I can usually almost always just fix it right away. So it's not a big deal, okay? All right, so what you're going to see is next to your assignment is the score. I haven't completed any in this class because I'm the teacher, but if you wanted to see your scores, you can see them here. And at the bottom, you can see your breakdown with the different types of assignments that we have, and then your total down here. Okay. Also, there is a what if feature if we're kind of nearing the end of the semester and you're trying to figure out what you need on an assignment to get a particular grade in the class. You might want to use this. So for example, let's say we're near the end. I've got this one last assignment to do, and I want to see, well, what grade would I get if I got a 20 on it? If you type in a 20, it's just going to do it temporarily there. And then you can see how your score is affected down at the bottom. This is useful at the very end of the semester when you're just trying to, you've got other tests to study for and you're trying to figure out the minimum amount to get the grade that you want. So that's that. What else? Our syllabus is here. There's another video for that. This button here, the Access Pearson, we used that once in the Getting Started module for registering. So just follow the instructions, but we only use this once just for registering. And then if we set up an appointment together, in general, you're just gonna click this button, Zoom with instructor during our scheduled time, and it'll open Zoom and we'll be connected. Okay, so send me an email if you want to set up an appointment with me. And then also, we do have VC tutors, but you're going to have to reach out to the tutoring center to get their hours. And those hours, of course, are the tutoring center contacts at the bottom of the syllabus. Where is it? Right here. In any case, once you figure it out, you can click that Zoom with tutor. It'll take you there and you'll be able to connect right away with your tutors. Okay, so that's the course navigation panel. Let me go back to home here. We've talked about this. You can view the course calendar here. You can also view it in here if you click calendar, and you can kind of see where all the assignments are due. So you can see I've got one section basically per day, Monday through Saturday, and Sunday is kind of a catch-up day, as I mentioned on the syllabus. But again, you don't want to use it unless you have to, because anything could go wrong and there's no more extensions beyond Sunday. You'll notice on the first day, of course, we have this orientation stuff. So that's an addition. That's why I recommend you take care of this before class starts. And then if you can, start working ahead. Okay, so we've got 6 weeks. Again, we're condensing 18 weeks down into 6 weeks, which is incredibly fast. So it's going to feel like a lot of work, but I can assure you it's not. It's the same amount of work that you would do during a normal semester. All right, but yes, you are going to be pretty busy. The flip side is there's no exams. So usually, as long as students stay up with assignments, you can get whatever grade you want. You just have to keep doing the problems and turning them in, make sure they're on time so you get credit. And usually somewhere around half of my students can get an A in this course. So it's usually the ones that fall behind that aren't able to keep up, and then, it starts magnifying. So if you're really good at scheduling and organizing your time, this course is great for you. If not, then just take it during a normal semester. It'll be a lot less work. It'll be 3 times less work. and you'll enjoy it, but of course, it'll be way longer, 18 weeks, which is, like 4.5, 5 months, and it's a lot, but this is nice. I like this course because there's no exams and you can kind of just punch through it really, really quick if you're able to kind of focus for 6 weeks. Okay. All right. So let me get out of here, go back to our course again. All right. What else? Okay. So let's go. Oh, there's a to-do list over here. So these are kind of reminders to kind of remind you kind of what's coming up. So, you know, this is always a little sketchy for some reason. It doesn't always show. So what I would rely on is these dates right here. It's basically one section per day. And then you got to remember to do your discussion assignment once per week. By the way, the discussion assignment, like I said in the syllabus, it's due on Monday, but then you have until Sunday to finish it up. So just try not to wait till Sunday because anything can go wrong Sunday and then you'll be in trouble. All right. So what else? Okay, over on the far left, we call this the global navigation panel. This is Canvas Help. Don't worry about that. We're not using Starfish. We're not using Studio. This right here is how you would email me some general question about the class. You know, um, you know, can we meet during your office hour? It's just a little messaging system. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you go in there, you can find me. Calendar already showed you that. The only other thing is this right here. Excuse me. Oh, thought I was gonna sneeze. Um, Here what you'll see is a picture of, well, you should have a picture of yourself. So one of the things I ask you to do in the Getting Started module is to upload a picture of yourself, and I give very clear instructions on how to do that. So just take care of that, and then I'll have a picture of you. All right. So let's see if there's anything else I need to cover. I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. Yep. Okay.